Hi. Woke up this morning to a post on Reddit. Anonymous user won't even name themselves. That's okay. That's typical. That said some really crazy stuff. They've actually even added to the nonsense that they've been saying. Um, Everyone knows that humans are equal, and well, I think most people do. And the majority of our country now is for marriage equality. Today, if someone wanted to attack someone for being gay or being a transgender person, um, you know, they get a they would get a lot of public scrutiny on that. So instead of attacking the people for being transgender or gay, they will attack their character. They will go after just whatever they can. And that's similar to what's happened with us. If they came out and flat out said, this is because they are a polyamorous family. Well, there are laws in Texas that say that you can't discriminate based on marital status in court. So they don't come out and say that. They make the story as wild as they can. And that right there, it is the veracity of what we're saying. Look at how insane the things they are saying are. So I told Betsy that about this the post on Reddit, and I told her that I would like to let her read it and record her reaction because she doesn't know what it says. She's heard a little bit of talk about it, but doesn't know any of the details. And you'll be able to see for yourself. You can hear from her own words. She is an adult. She thinks for herself. And so that said, here's Betsy. Here you go. Okay.
What am I looking at?
It's that one right there. The message inbox. Right there. You want to read it out loud? Or do you just want to read it?
First off, I'd like to say that I'm not against polyamory. However, this man is not who he says he is. Don't be fooled. He is a liar and a manipulator. Sounds typical. He has gone to church out of money with shoddy construction work. He claims to have liver disease, which requires him to drink alcohol. His lawyer quit on him because she was so disturbed by the deposition of one of the wives. What?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, what?
Okay. He was forced to go pros. Oh, I think they mean pro se. Because no lawyer would touch him. Okay, this person has to be outside the situation because they're getting nothing right. That he has and continues to isolate the women from their families using lies and manipulation, by ensuring that they only ever hear one side of the story. No one has ever said that he has mind control. That's silly. Oh, that's silly.
Even though they said it?
That even though he is fully able to work, he chooses not to. Oh.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Because he doesn't believe in the American lifestyle.
What does that even mean?
I think they're talking about the fact that we, and not only you, do not agree with consumerism in the way that we don't want to focus completely on money.
I don't know.
Maybe that's what they're saying, or she is saying, I don't know. Also, the four did not all bring in income, only 2 of the women did. It went to a joint account, and he decided what the money was spent on.
Isn't that rich?
Wow. He will tell you he works for his charity, and that brings in money. However, under oath, Ashley, the treasurer of said charity, had stated that they do not currently make money of it. There is evidence he uses the checks from the government to help with James's medical bills. He is in remission for cancer as part of income?
Yeah.
He tells the 4 young children to hit their grandparents. He gets the women pregnant with child after child within a year of the relationship to keep them dependent on him. Apparently, you're a supervillain.
Oh, I'm a supervillain. I've graduated.
He has more than just several children. He has 10, with 2 more on the way. 12 children he cannot afford. 12 children he claims were accidents when it's known he only just pulls out? Who do these people think they are?
That's what I'm saying.
He is a reproductive abuser?
Mm-hmm.
So now children are abuse. Okay. He forces harmful gender stereotypes on the children. Right, that's why I just heard you have an entire conversation with Judah about how... Oh my god.
No, finish. Everybody needs to hear what you had to say.
The boys are both totally fine with embracing their feminine side and have come to Dwight about it and to me about it. And we've let them know that regardless of how they feel about the way they want to dress or the way they want to express themselves, we will support them. It's not our job to tell them how to act or which gender roles to follow. And that is very, very clear to them. In fact, I know that when James left yesterday, his nails were painted because that's what he wanted to do, and we supported that. And we did that all together as a family activity because we wanted to let him know that he was accepted. Anyway, okay. He neglects the children. That's typical for what they're saying. He claims to have been homeschooling them, but there is no evidence that any such thing happens on a consistent basis. Because no one's asked for it, but okay. He is delusional. He believes that can see demons that afflict people. He believes he is much more important than he really is. He claimed to have broken his hand only to have it healed through prayer of the other wives in a few days. He believes that when bad things happen to him like this, it is a grand plot against him because he's so radical rather than the fallout of his own bad choices. They really should have collaborated to find someone who's better at writing and making a point. Because whoever wrote this is not. Anyway, anyone who speaks against him, he cuts out and then tells people they were bribed or otherwise. So convenient. Example are his half-sister who he told others she sold drugs.
Yeah, when did I ever take... Oh my gosh.
Okay. And was removed from his home rather than the fact that he started to come on to her?
Yeah, I knew it was going to upset
Excuse me?
you. Yeah.
What?
That's new to me. You got to figure sooner or later they were going to try to say something sexual. So, I mean, I'm not surprised, but that's the reaction I had when I read it.
Another young woman who was living with him who he told they kicked out because she was dead? Oh, dead weight, rather than leaving on her own.
I have no idea.
Who is that?
Means. I think they're talking about Tracy when we tried to encourage her to get a job and to get her own place, and she ended up moving to Dallas. Trying to get her to stand on her own. I don't know. He makes up a lie after a lie to get his way. This case was less about the polyfidelity than the character and mental stability of this person and the effects on his children. He changes his lies to suit his needs. For instance, with this CDA test thing... I think they're talking about the CTA test. He claims is revolutionary that he had developed. He started out saying it was to match people to others suitable for them, to see what they are and are attracted to. I guess they mean aren't attracted to. Now when people suspected it was a ruse to find and exploit vulnerable women, I see. It is now a revolutionary tool to help develop better AI. No, seriously, real quick, before you even go on, what is the CTA project? The CTA project is a accumulation of a bunch of
research done over the years. My husband was interested in the way that video games played and wanted to make them more realistic. So he tried to figure out ways to get characters to respond like real human beings. So I'm not sure if maybe they don't understand what AI is. It's artificial intelligence.
I think that they're like thinking like I'm trying to build a Terminator, not trying to make better video games. Like
Okay.
I'm sorry, continue.
He claims he was inspired to make this when his doctor said he has a very special form of autism
Yeah, I have
that
no
makes
idea.
him better at reading others.
That's incredible, right? Like,
What?
You can't make this stuff up.
Well, you can, but
No, I
I'm
mean,
not
like,
sure how in the
somebody
world.
saying this, I couldn't have written like a better like description for a supervillain than this. It's hilarious. Oh my god, man! Don't let me cut you off.
So
I'm sorry.
left field. I can't even. I thought I was gonna know what this said. Oh, please. He also changed the story of how he met his second wife, Audrey. Before it was him who pursued her for the court case, it was the first wife, Betsy. Okay, it was clearly me. Whatever. He also claimed it was Betsy's idea for the polyfidelity when, in all honesty, it was him. I'm wondering who thinks they know this about the intimacy in our relationship, but okay. He is charming, he is very well spoken, but his words hold no meaning. They are just pretty little sayings stringed together. He has a lot of friends for this reason. He tries very hard to have a good outside appearance to the world, but if you get close enough, you can see all the lies. Yada yada. He is not a caring person wanting to make the world better. That's what he wants you to think. He is a narcissist. He treats his children more like stuff than their own person. He's mad they are taking his stuff.
Okay, so they're trying to say that our children, that I treat them as objects, right? But like, doesn't our the first video we posted even refers to where we
You
talk
know
about
what?
they're their own people. Yeah, what?
I wonder if this is someone in Ohio, because that's the only way they could be this off.
I don't know. I mean, to me, it sounded like someone compiled all of the garbage that they'd come up with.
Well, I've heard some of it before.
Yeah, some of that other stuff is just nuts. Like,
but I can't imagine anyone actually...
Well, I'm glad that they dropped the whole saying that I levitated, but
yeah,
it doesn't change the fact that they've made those claims, and now they're trying to say that they never said such things, and that's just preposterous. I mean, I've got the
yeah, we have the court
psychologist
documents.
report.
Whatever. Okay, please, I'm begging you, he will more than likely kidnap the children with this money. What money?
I think they're talking about the Indiegogo.
The money that is dedicated entirely to the case?
Yeah.
How can you kidnap your own children?
I think
when you've never been convicted of any crime.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know, man.
He has gone off the deep end more and more. He has now isolated his family in a compound in a bad spot in town. His friend Michael is an unmedicated bipolar who frankly scares many of the people he meets. I think he'll be interested to hear that.
Yeah.
He's good at lying on the spot and pushing others' buttons to get his way. Don't believe his garbage. There is always a second side of the story. The jury agreed unanimously to remove the children from the home. They heard it all. They heard it all, except for our side of the story because we couldn't get most of our witnesses on the stand. But okay. They didn't take more than a few hours to do so. Also, what kind of person puts their children's private traumatic experience on film for all to see? Well, it took us 18 months to get to the point where we felt this was necessary. I would really rather not have to put this for anyone to see.
But yet in that, they also agree that it's traumatic. They can't have it both ways. Like, how can they say that I'm...
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, I don't interrupt.
I don't understand why they're referring only to you as making decisions.
Yeah.
I know that I personally came to you and discussed with you the pros and cons of going public with this. This was all of our decision that we discussed together as adults because we have brains and we can use them. But apparently because we're not you or we're not male or something, I don't know why, we're completely discounted. These boys are brainwashed just like the 3 women. I hope that they get a chance to thrive, though they may be sad now. Also, a lot of the people posting under this vouching for him are children who play on his game servers who have never met him or his family in person. They only know what he has presented to them on the internet. Wow, you're right. This is actually, this has got some stuff I haven't seen before.
Yeah. I'm sorry to spring it on you. I wanted to catch your genuine reaction.
I'm glad that this is the first time I've seen it because I'm looking at how many sentences start with the word he, and it's a great many of them. This is about you.
Yeah.
This is about trying to criminalize you.
It's supposed to be about my kids,
and
not me.
I mean, I'm not seeing nearly as many references to the children as I would like.
And what truth is there in any of that? Tell me one thing in there that's true.
I'm really, really looking.
On the bright side, they dropped the stuff about the knife case since all the charges were dropped and we can prove that everything was incorrect about it. And they didn't reference the most recent one where your dad went to come up in our house and I met him at the door.
Well, that's because they lost, obviously. They've already been proven there that it was stupid.
So, any truth at all?
I see, no.
What do you see?
Well, I thought I saw something and then it turned out to be incorrect.
Anything in there at all?
This is giving you like a lot of power. Like
I'm
apparently
just a man.
you are a mastermind here and you are brainwashing 3 women, all your friends, and 2 boys, and able to lie to an entire gaming community.
They must not think very much of the general public.
Anyway.
Is there anything else that you would like to say before we stop that video and put it on the internet?
I've never been this angry. As angry as this case has made me. I would have a better time handling this if it were directed at myself. But apparently I don't get the dignity of having a brain or of being able to make my own decisions. Also, my children are not being considered as much as I would like them to. If this were about my children, I would be fine with it because I want the best for my children no matter how that comes and no matter whether or not I like it. But to attack my husband and our way of life and to allow that to damage the emotional stability of the children is inexcusable. I don't know that I can say anything else than that.
Thank you.